So this looks a lot more complicated than it is. Again, Desmos is the calculator used on Texas state testing. They're negotiating with the ACT, SAT. So the handheld calculator is kind of not as popular right now. So Desmos is a graphing calculator, not a statistics calculator, which is why there's this weird interface that's happening here. So you'll notice the directions are over here on the left that say drag the points around on the graph. So you can actually click on the points and you can move them where they go. For me, I was like, I don't know if I want to do that. So I actually started messing with the points themselves. And so I just deleted this and started entering the points for the line of best fit that I wanted to find. So I just started doing it that way and the points moved naturally. So what you would do is you would change these points to match the ones in the question you're trying to solve. And so once you've dragged the points around, you're going to move the endpoints to fit a line of best fit. And then you're going to turn on the actual folder to see the line of best fit and the score. So if you go down here, you'll see that there's this actual. And so when you click the actual, it creates the line of best fit. This is really just there for you to kind of guess what it is. It's not actually the calculation. So for instance, if you're teaching this in your students' class, what you would do is you would turn off the actual and you would ask them to guess. So this is really a great instructional tool because you want the line to kind of directly go through the middle. And so if you were teaching this lesson to the class, you would have them open this guess and they would be able to see that the slope of their guess is negative 0.5. And then you would turn on the actual and you would see that the actual slope is negative 0.486. So this red line, it's not applicable if you're doing the homework assignment or if you're doing something that's non-instructional. But if you're teaching your students, this is a phenomenal visual tool to teach them how to guess what that line of best fit is. So now that I have this actual showing, what is all this ugliness? Because it's very ugly. So the line of best fit is this equation right here. So if I turn on the F actual, I'm going to delete the slope just to show you what this is. And it would be negative 0.49. And that's coming from this number right here. So basically I just rounded this to the second decimal place. And then the y-intercept would be 7.63. And so that's where I'm generating this line of best fit. I'm taking the slope from the actual and I'm taking the y-intercept from the actual. And that generates the graph here. And you see that my F actual is directly on top of that darker line. So if you were doing an assignment question and you were asked to either find the slope, find the y-intercept, or find the equation, this is how you would do it. You would just go in, you would ignore all these sliders, and you would just enter your points here. If you had more points here, you could just add extras. And then you would turn on the actual so you can view it. So remember, this is how you turn it on and off. And then you would take the slope and the y-intercept and you would plug it into this equation. So this would be y equals negative 0.49x plus 7.63. And that is how you can find the line of best fit for any data set using the Desmos calculator, and also how you can have a rather creative lesson with your students and playing kind of a guessing game where you're moving this around and you're checking to see how closely your guess matched the actual line.